Hello and welcome to Gray's Gardening. My name is Gray and this is my allotment. I'd like to take you on a little tour around the allotment right now just to show you what kind of plants I have. It is the winter, the place is a bit of a mess right now, but I'd like to show you what kind of things I have on offer and what I plan to do with the allotment this year. My intention is to create a video diary of what I'll be doing throughout the year, what I'll be doing to prepare for the spring and summer months, and also document that along the way and share these videos with you. I am an amateur gardener, but I've got about 20 years experience of it and I've learned plenty along the way. So let's get going. Let's have a little look at what I have in my allotment. Okay, first off we have what's known as the Chilean Guava. This is a new plant I put in a few years ago and I've had some really delicious fruit off that. They are small little berry sized, like a blueberry, but they taste like apple and pineapple mixed together. A brilliant plant, as you can see, looking quite healthy despite the cold weather we've had. Here is one of my fig trees. It is bare right now, but you can see the buds already beginning to show. Last year was the best year I've had so far for figs. It was actually this fella over here. He gave me so many figs, they were absolutely delicious, probably the size of a small apple. We've got an apple tree here, and this one is an apricot tree. Again, last year was the first year I've ever had any apricots, and they were delicious also. There's a few raised beds looking a little bit messy at the minute. They're going to get cleaned up, and I'll be showing you, I'll be doing videos on the bed clearing and what I'm going to be planting in those beds as we go through the year. Here we have a plum tree that I actually grew from a plum. It was the first plum I'd ever grown from another tree. Planted the plum, brought it on, and it became its own tree. Next to that we have what's called a salmon berry. Now I grew this from a cutting from a plant around the corner. Took a cutting, grew it on in a pot, planted it in, and as you can see how big it is now. It's rather large, but it produces lovely, like a bit best described like a raspberry, but a pinkish orange colour, hence the name Salmon Berry. Now down here, I will do a video on this. I've been growing these now for about 4 years, and as you can see, hopefully you can see them, they are simply box hedges, which is my attempt at some topiary, and they are the legs of what is going to become Rudolph. He's going to become a stag or a reindeer, or however he grows up. They started out at little tiny plants about this big, and I planted them in, and now they're getting quite big, so I may be able to start training that into the shape of the start of the body this year. Here we have a pear tree. Every year I get maybe 20 to 30 pears. I think it's a conference pear, that one. Really delicious. Now you may have spotted these in the background before, looking like some mummies, something that you probably can't guess what they are right now, but they are banana trees. They are the Musa Basjoo banana, and I planted those in about 5 years ago now. Every winter I wrap them up. They've got fleece around them, they've got bubble wrap, and they just make sure that they stay protected throughout the winter months. Now I started with one, and if anyone knows how to grow bananas, or anyone's ever grown bananas before, they'll know that from the bottom of each plant or each tree sends up many more throughout the summer months. So I now actually have about 7 banana trees. There's 3 or 4 in there. There is 2 in there. I've taken a few back home, and there's 1 I've got in the greenhouse. We'll just go around the back. This poor fella's not looking too good. I think I've left him out in the over the winter too long. It's a Canary Palm. Usually is meant to be luscious bright green, but he's looking rather unhealthy, so I'm going to put him in the greenhouse and hopefully he'll pick up. Moving around, we've got a cherry tree. Let me just try and get out of the sun. So that's a cherry tree. Sadly I get many cherries off this tree, but I never get to eat them. The birds always have them, so I'm going to come up with some way of protecting them this year. Maybe some kind of fleecy protector. I'll find something. And I'll show you whatever I find. This is a plum tree. He grows absolutely vigorously. Every year I have to take him down by about half, so I've cut him right back now, taken out some big pieces this year, taken out all the crossed over branches, and hopefully we'll get a better crop this year. Wasn't the best last year. This is a golden delicious apple tree. You may be able to spot the tape in the middle of it, and many years ago he got split in half. There was a big storm, a huge branch fell on him, split him right down the middle. Now I've taped him back up, and he has now fused together, so I could actually take that tape off, but I kind of like it staying on. It reminds me about how where we've come to with this tree. He's about 10 years old now, and I get some beautiful, gorgeous, delicious, golden delicious apples off him every single year. Here we have a red gooseberry. As you can see, this time of year there's not much going on. They just look like a load of twigs, but believe me, in a few months from now this will be full of leaf, full of buds, and we'll get loads and loads and loads of red gooseberries. You can eat them straight off the plant. They're nice and sweet, you don't have to cook them, and we'll have an abundance of gooseberries. Next is actually a yellow gooseberry, very similar. I think I need to repot him. We've got some raised beds over here. They will be getting cleaned out soon and tidied up for the summer, and I usually plant pumpkins, courgettes, what else do I put in there, maybe some carrots this year. I normally try a number of different types of vegetables. Sweetcorn, they go in the raised beds. Got another plum tree here, really chopped in back hard this year, so I wonder how that's going to go. Moving over behind me, I've got some lovely blackberries, and we always get masses and masses, kilograms worth of blackberries off these vines. So they look a bit like they're rambling at the moment. I probably need to tidy them up a little bit, but they give us plenty of blackberries every year. Again, I've got some messy beds at the moment, become a bit of a dumping ground over the winter, but I will be tidying them up. We've got a bit of broken wood here on the side, so I'll be taking them down, and I'll do a video on tidying them up. I'll show you the before, the after, and a little bit in between. At the back there, it's my raspberries. We originally planted in about 5 or 6 raspberry canes, and this was about 6-7 years ago. They multiply, they send up the new canes in the summer, and then they become the vines for next year. So we always get plenty. I've got the normal red raspberries, but also some yellow ones in there as well, and I'll be showing you them as we go through. Here we have another apple tree. This apple tree never does very well. I'm gonna dig him up. I'm gonna move him. I'm gonna try him somewhere else and see how we get on. Hopefully that's given you a good idea of what the allotment is, the size of it, what I grow. I did actually forget about the greenhouse. We'll just have a little look inside the greenhouse. Here it's again quite messy. There's a grapevine growing all over it. My first video, I think, is going to be cleaning and trimming and tidying the grapevine. And again, we get bunches. I think first year I got 56 bunches of grapes. I can't quite remember the name of them right now, but they're a green seedless grape. I'll get the name of them, I'll put them in the description to show you what they are. But I'll be showing you what I'm doing with this grapevine, how I'm going to tidy it up, and we'll go through that journey as well about what I do to get the most grapes from this vine. It is only one vine, as you can see. It goes all the way around, it goes over the top, and it definitely needs to tidy up. It went a bit crazy last year. It's a very fast, vigorous plant. Some of you may have just seen my lemon tree. I think I might have lost him. This is a lemon tree that I tried to protect with a bit of fleece inside the greenhouse, but anyone in the UK knows about the frost and the harsh weather temperatures we had just before Christmas with the snow and the ice. and I think I may have lost them, so I need to see how that goes. In the corner I've got a pomegranate tree, beautiful foliage, goes a bit crazy. I've never had a pomegranate yet, but you do get tons and tons and tons of beautiful red flowers on this. Hoping one day one turns into a pomegranate, but I'm not quite sure if I might need two. Sometimes you need two plants to be able to pollinate each other. I've got some blueberries, and then these raised beds will be tidied up, and I'm going to go for melons, try a few different varieties of melons, and tomatoes. That's what I normally grow inside the greenhouse. I also have under here, we have some honeyberries, which are delicious. Long tubular purple berries. Hopefully they'll do okay because they've been in the greenhouse this year. And down there, oh, I forget the name of that one. Paw Paw. It's a Paw Paw plant, and one day I may get some Paw Paw fruit. So I'll Google that one, have a look at that one. They are things that can grow in the UK as well. So hopefully that's given you a good insight as to what I have on offer at the allotment, and what I'll be doing this year. If this is the kind of stuff you want to see, you want to follow me on my journey this year, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and turn on your notifications. I'll be producing new videos and bringing out new material, new videos for you all every week, to show you what I'll be doing down at the allotment. So it's a beautiful day today. I better get cracking, plenty to do. I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.